Good day, sir. I'm Ivan Toas. I am from BSMT3 Betelgeuse, and this is my reaction video on the documentary about the dispute of the West Philippine Sea and the China. So, my first impression is upon watching the documentary, I found it to be a thought-provoking piece that effectively blends historical context with current geopolitical dynamics. So at first, before I have watched the documentary, I thought that it was just a small issue between the two countries. But upon watching it, I realized that it was not just the Philippines that had been affected, but also a lot of different countries, like for example Malaysia and many more. So and my comments on the blogger Lloyd Rivera, it is very engaging. Narrative style and the use of vivid imagery drew me in, making complex issues more accessible and relatable. And then the documentary prompts viewers to reflect on their own perspectives regarding national identity and sovereignty, which is particularly relevant in the context of ongoing territorial disputes. So, um, for me, I don't really like watching documentaries, but the way Lord Rivera's making the documentary is very engaging and very attention grabbing. So that's my first impression on the documentary, and then key takeaways. So the documentary emphasizes multifaceted nature in the West Philippine Sea dispute. So and it illustrating how historical claims, national interest, and international law in intersect. So it highlights the critical role of the United Nations Convention of the Law or of the Sea, or the UNCLOS, as a legal framework for resolving maritime disputes, showcasing how adherence to international law can influence diplomatic negotiation. So a key takeaway is the necessity of the public engagement and awareness. The documentary argues that an informed citizenry is crucial for shaping effective national policies and responses for external threats. So that's for the key takeaways or key points. And the historical context is the documentary provides through overview of the historical claims made by both Philippines and China, tracing back to the colonial periods and significant events that have been influenced territorial assertion. It explores pivotal moments such as the 1898 Treaty of Paris and aftermath of World War II, which have shaped the current landscape of the dispute. So, and also regarding to the historical context, Philippines claimed the island first. For example, the island that near um, in the Philippines, it was inside the 200 nautical mile economic zone. So it was claimed first by the Philippines. It was shown in the first Philippine map, and it was around, I guess, 1500 or 1600, something like that. And then China made the nine dotted line, so nine dash line, more like later years than that. So technically, Philippines should have the title of that island. So by contextualizing the historical narrative, the documentary helped viewers understand how past injustices and territorial declination continue to affect the present-day relation and claims. So as for the diplomatic strategies, so it highlights the documentary. So the documentary outlined the various diplomatic strategies employed by the Philippine government, including the bilateral negotiation with China and the multilateral cooperation through organizations like ASEAN, like all the countries, all the countries against China, basically, because nobody agrees of the nine dash line. So, and it emphasized the importance of strategic alliance, particularly with the United States, and how these partnerships can bolster the Philippines' position in international negotiation. The documentary also discusses the challenges faced in diplomacy, such as balancing national interests with the need for regional stability and cooperation. Number five is the international relation. The role of China is critically examined, showcasing its assertive expansion in the South China Sea and the implication of its action for regional security. The documentary highlights the United States' strategic interest in the Asia-Pacific region, which play a significant role in counterbalancing China's influence. And it also touches the perspective of other nations involved in the dispute, illustrating how global power dynamics shape local conflicts. So, because of China being more dominant than Philippines, they can control more. So, the national security and sovereignty. The documentary underscored the West Philippine Sea's strategic importance to the Philippines, linking international security, economic interests, and the protection of maritime rights. It discusses the potential threats such as military confrontation with China, the risk of environmental degradation due to overfishing and resource exploitation, and economic consequences of losing control over vital shipping lanes. So the narrative stresses that maintaining sovereignty over these waters is not just a matter of optional pride but also essential for country's future stability and prosperity. So my personal reflection is that watching the documentary helped me understand the West Philippine Sea dispute better, and it made me realize the importance of being well informed on the international issues, and how its citizens can play a role protecting the sovereignty. Thank you.